pressure on the person to go and get a job. So look, A-Space is there, and they're doing some great CV writing workshops there. And it's through the careers people. And for more information, just contact Judy Haldane at 837-0489. That's 837-0489. I'd encourage everyone that needs a CV to go and sort that out.
Yeah, don't undersell yourselves, guys. Go and get the professionals to do it.
That's totally right. So one more thing, I've got a really good workshop coming up myself that I'm really excited to present. So, like I said at the top of the show, I do these quite regularly, and this particular one would be really good for the listeners out there if they're keen to come and join us. So it's on the law around wills, and we can get you started on looking at making your own will. So it's at the Browns Bay Community Centre at 2 Glen Road in Browns Bay. So hike up there up the North Shore, but if it's a great day, it's going to be a really good drive. So now it's on Thursday the 1st of December at 10 o'clock. And that's at the Sherwood Room. They've got me booked in there, so just ask for that and that'll be fun. So look, I hope to see you there. And let's get back into it, shall we? Last we checked, Hayley, our boss for the day, was very keen to just fire Jonty, so that's our worker for the day. I've warned her that what she's doing is illegal. It's really against the employment laws of this country. But she wants to just go ahead, so what do we do then if she just does it anyway? And that's what we're going to cover now.
Look, Shane, I feel really aggrieved by what Hayley's done here. I feel as if it was unprofessional and it was quite personal, and I really feel like I need some legal advice. I think I've been fired unfairly without any real reason, so my first step was to come to you and get some advice about it.
Yeah, look, legal advice is really great, but with these matters, it's always best to talk to your now former boss if you can first. So if you can do this directly without involving any legal avenues, it's always better. And it will usually work out better for you if you can come to some sort of agreement. But I understand, though, that you guys aren't on speaking terms, and maybe it is better to take it further in this case. So before you do that, another crucial question is whether you actually want to bother with it. It may be time to sort of to look at your own life and say, look, it's quite a lot of work, maybe quite a lot of hassle, could be stressful. Is it worth the sort of hassle? And it may be. And I think in this case it probably is worth the hassle. It's pretty bad.
I think it is, yeah. My rights have been completely trampled on here. But at the same time, I see what you're saying. It may not be worth all the time and hassle. It may even cost me to fix this. But right now, it's really the principle of the thing, you know?
Look, so if you're totally in the right, so if you want to take it forward legally, then let's take it forward. The other thing is, what does it say in your employment contract, in your employment agreement? There should be provisions in here for sorting this all out.
I don't even think she gave me one.
Yeah, look, an employment agreement is really, really important. That should set out what your minimum rights are. It should set out what problems there are in the workplace, how you can handle that. It should set out basically everything you need to know in your employment. And if I ever get a client with an employment problem, the first thing I'm going to ask is, where's the employment agreement? Let's have a look.
Dude, is it against the law for her to not give me one? I don't think she did.
Well, yeah, it's just, the law's actually just changed about that. So, yeah, you should have a copy at least available to you, if not given to you. So, it's very important.
So, say I want to take this forward, Shane. Can I come and see you?
Yeah, give us a ring first if you can. We're on 0800 529 463. That's 0800 529 463. And we're there from 1:30 to 3:30 on Monday to Thursday. And we'll go over it with you on the phone, and we may have to call you into clinic if required.
So that's great, but the question still hasn't been answered. What can we actually do about this problem?
Well, there are two things we need to talk about here. Firstly, there's raising a personal grievance, and secondly, there's mediation. Now, look, this legal process, all legal processes sound kind of scary, and really this isn't that scary. It's really quite easy. It's designed to be a really easy process. So, a personal grievance, we'll just cover that first, and that's basically a legally recognised written formal complaint that there's something wrong with your employment, essentially. Now, it's usually best to get a lawyer to draft this if you can't do so, or at the very least getting advice on it, and that's something that we can help you with.
Okay, and if I'm on a low income, can I come and see you about this?
Yeah, that's right. We take casework on if it's a low income, so a low income person can rely on casework for us generally if we can take it on. So that's a matter that you can come and talk to us about. At the very least, we can give you information and send you on to someone that might be able to help.
So what about mediation? I think I know what that's all about. It's basically a facilitated talk, right? There's me, my boss, we'll have a talk, try and come to some kind of agreement without things going and getting all dicey in court. Is that right?
That's right. Mediation's a really great way to resolve employment issues before they get to what's called the Employment Relations Authority, which is essentially the court. So it can be accessed through the Department of Labour on 0800 20 90 20. That's 0800 20 90 20. So mediation's relatively quick, relatively cheap. It tries to repair the relationship between the parties and really get you both talking about it and see if you can come to some sort of agreement. It's a really, really great tool, and it's got really, really good results. I think it resolves most employment agreement problems, essentially. The other thing we sort of haven't covered is to do with this personal grievance stuff. Now, I should alert everybody, if you've got a personal grievance, so if you've got a complaint, you need to raise this within 90 days from the time the problem occurred. That's something you need to do. Now, in this case we're doing today, John